lay like ash on the pine tree skin, cold and still. The world held its breath, rough silence, heavy as will. The Indian read the white like writing, every track a thin command. And somewhere far a low owl rose like the forest found his hand. He carried an old spear in silence over both his shoulders. The air smelled of resin and iron, cold like winter's hidden boulders. Between two dark mountains stood a boy in biting wind, an orphan who let no one enter, only dogs, only dim. The Indian had seen him as a flicker by firelight in the hall, a laugh like snow inside a throat, a life too scared to call. Tonight he followed that single step that rode away from shame, into the woods where shadows speak, where every tree knows name.
The boy lifted up his chin, his voice split through the night. Lord of strength, come to me, I need you, give me might. The Indian felt the air go rigid, like time itself would crack, and everything in the pine tops went still, and listened and held back.
Then the Indian saw the white wolf appear out of mist and needle dark, sudden and clear. Eyes like a winter soft light in the black, not a common beast, this was spirit with a heart. It circled the boy and stared into his breaking soul, and pulled the weakness out of him like little bones. A cold tail like a rope, it threw him down again, again, till he stood and the Indian whispered, this is how a man walks through the night for good. The Indian stayed hidden, his breath white in his hand. He watched small toy bones falling, tinkling on frozen sand. The wolf spoke without language, but the boy knew every tone. Each fall a layer breaking off, each leap a rising throne. The Indian knew the old laws, what the forest ever gives is never free, never only beauty. It cuts where a heart lives, yet he saw something he hadn't believed in for years, that strength can be born from pain, from a creature made of fear.
The wolf said, stay small, let no one know what you became. When sea turns into stone, when winter sings, that day will call your name. The Indian felt his own chest burn, an ancient shame ignite. He knew this story would keep going, and he'd witnessed its first light.
Then the Indian saw the white wolf appear, and in that gaze he saw the world redraw itself severe. The boy went back to mockery, but something in him was steel. Thunder under his skin, fire in the way he'd feel, and every step he tried to hide grew bigger than a name, till even stones along the road remembered how we came. The Indian kept his silence. If you've seen a spirit, you don't speak lie. He carried it inside his ribs, a white face and gray light. Later 3 bears on the ice, 3 shadows, huge and wild. No one dared until he ran like the wind's own child. The Indian watched from the edge, his hands cold, clenched and tight. One throw, one a dart, fear shattered like a branch in night. And in that moment he understood what the wolf had placed. Not only muscle, but a boundary no one ever erased. In the pines still, a spirit that takes what wants to break and spill. The Indian nodded, without prayer, without sound. Some kinds of power are never spoken out loud. Then the Indian saw the white wolf appear, and he knew it would remain even as years disappear. Along every coast they tell it, low beside the fire's glow, how an orphan in the woods became more than nature's law. And if you ever feel too small, too cold, too locked in place, don't beg for mercy, call for strength and let it pull you from your shape. Because somewhere in the needles that white shape still forms, and whoever sees it carries storm. The Indian went back home, but his eyes had changed forever. He'd seen a spirit in white fur. Nothing stays the same, not ever. In every pine scent breath, in every snowfall's fall, he heard that single whisper again. Whenever night would call.